All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our call with PJ Mustipher. As always, please raise your hand and I'll call on you to help get through everyone. If you can limit your turn to one question each, that'll help us get through everyone. We'll start with Tyler Donahue.
Hello, PJ. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you. Heard from coaches and teammates this spring about how you have kind of set the tone as a leader, not just for the defensive line, but really in the locker room in general. Mm-hmm. How important is that for you? And how and for you, is this probably the biggest leadership role that you have taken on since joining the program?
Yeah, definitely the biggest leadership role I've taken on. And, I think it's extremely important. I think teams who have great leadership have the best success. And, I just try to go to work every day and, really be a guy who leads by example, who the younger guys can look at, who goes out there every day and gets the job done and does it extremely well. So, I think teams who have their hardest workers are their best players and most experienced guys. I think they have the most success. So that's just what I try to do every day. And, I'm taking on that leadership role and I want to keep it going.
Audrey Snyder.
Hey, PJ, thanks for your time.
Absolutely.
I wanted to ask you about Derek and the addition of bringing him into your room. What's it been like getting to know him, and what do you think he can do to kind of help you out this year?
Absolutely. I really like Derek, man. He's a good dude off the field, man. I'm just continuing to get to know him, but, so far, man, I've loved what he's been able to do on and off the field. He gels well with the guys in the D-line room and, out in the field, man, he's just getting better every day. He's just working right now, getting in his playbook, learning the plays and just learning our defense as a whole. But, Derek, he's a worker, man. So every day he comes to work and, that's all we can expect from everybody in the room. And Derek's definitely doing a good job of that. Him being an experienced player at Duke and making a lot of plays over there, I know he's going to continue to do the same. So definitely proud of Derek and I know he's going to keep getting better.
T. Frank. T. Frank, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Sorry about that.
You're good.
It's a little touchy sometimes. I apologize. I think we've talked this offseason about you've switched to nose tackle, correct?
Yeah, I'm playing the two out mostly, but I can play both. But yeah.
Okay. How have you felt about the transition? And I know you've added weight this offseason. How do you feel playing at that in the new situation?
Yeah, I 2 years ago I played around 315. So I'm kind of and last year we played left right. And, I was at the 2 out bunch. It's not like I only played 3. So, it's been a smooth transition because I played it in the past. Now I'm just playing it pretty much every down. So, I'm watching a lot of tape of, NFL guys who have played 2-eye, other college guys who've had a lot of success at the 2-eye. So just studying that film and just learning the position, I want to be fundamentally sound when I'm in there at the 2-eye because I know it's an important role in the team, being able to shut down the run every down and be able to push that pocket and create plays all over the field, in pass rushing situations. So, I really want to be a dominant force inside and I know it can help the defense. So I've loved the transition.
Joe Giuliano.
Good morning, PJ.
Morning.
Do you recall what you were doing on this day 1 year ago? And how has having a spring practice this year kind of helped you guys in terms of chemistry, getting ready for the summer and beyond?
Man, I was probably having a cup of coffee on my back porch, listening to the birds chirp, man. I was calm. But spring ball is critical. I always tell the younger guys when they ask me, when they were asking me prior to us having spring ball, during the winter, I was like, they were asking me how's spring ball, and I tell them I love it. That's a time where you can really hone in on your craft. You're not getting ready for games every week. You're just every day you're going out there, and it's an opportunity for you to get better. I love spring ball, and I really felt like my freshman year, that's when I made the biggest strides. I wasn't seeing the success on the field, but at the same time, I was able to go to work every day. So after spring ball, going into the summer, going into camp, I knew what I needed to work on and focus on. That allowed me to have the success I had that year. So I definitely think it's critical for us. And, I think we're taking advantage of spring ball and hopefully carries over to the summer.
New bias Wilborn.
Hey, first of all, man, good morning to you. Hope you're doing well.
Absolutely, same to you.
Man, my respect, brother. What have you noticed with Devin Ford? We got him later on. What have you noticed with him, having to tackle him and having to deal with him every day?
Oh, man, Devin's quick. Devin's explosive. I lifted next to him during the winter, so I was able to see the type of power he had in the weight room. And it definitely is starting to transition over to the field. You know, Devin's quick. He got quick feet. He can make those cuts. You know, not a lot of guys around the country can make. And you know, Devin just goes to work every day, man. You know, clearly I'm not always with him. I'm not seeing everything he's doing, but when I'm going against him, I know he can make one cut and take it all the way. So, you know, I got to be in my gap and everybody else has to be in their gaps too. So, you know, Devin's another guy who just goes to work every day, and you know, he's going to continue to do that.
Mark Brennan.
Hey, PJ, how did you go about putting on that little bit of extra weight in a good way? Because I'm sure you want to kind of maintain your, you know, your speed and quickness and stuff.
Right.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely was a process over winter. I told Coach Scott I wanted to do it. And you know, just you had to do it. You got to do it the right way. Like you said, you want to make sure it's a clean weight. So, you know, just eating more, not eating bad. Just putting stuff in your body, like you know, having an extra meal, having a protein shake before bed, you know, on creatine and stuff like that. So just doing it the right way. You know, it really wasn't, you know, I like to eat a lot of food, so it really wasn't too difficult for me. But, you know, like you said, you got to do it the right way so you don't lose all that all your speed, your quick feet. So, you know, just adding a couple things in my diet, and going to work every day, man. That's how you do it.
Rich Scarcella.
Good morning, PJ. Off that question, what motivated you to add the weight? Why did you decide to do it? And secondly, because I don't know if I'm going to get another shot, can you give your assessment of Nick Burton this spring and how his journey in getting back into the mix? Thank you.
Yeah, you know, definitely looking at the film last season, I was lighter, much lighter than I was the season before. And to be honest, I don't think we played the run that great. And you know, for me, I put that on myself. You know, that was my fault. You know, I was one of the guys in the middle, and I don't think I did my job that well. And I have to be better. And one of the main things I want to do is put back on the weight, and be stout. You know, I want the guys next to me. I want the guys, all the guys behind me, to know, like, when there's a run play, you know, those guys up the middle are going to shut that down, and they can worry about pass and making plays on the back end. So, you know, I just wanted to be an anchor in that middle, and put the confidence in our coaches that when it's a running play, it's going to be shut down by not only myself, but those guys next to me in D tackle room and the DNs as well. And your next question, Tar Burton, man, he looks good. I'm not going to lie to you. He's looked extremely well. Even starting in the winter, he looked fast, quick, and, you know, just seeing where he's come from, everything he's had to deal with, you know, just to be able to bounce back, and him to be out there every day, it's amazing to watch. He's working his butt off, and he's getting better every day, man. It's good. It's really fun to watch. He's a good guy too, so proud of him.
Bob Flounders.
Hey, PJ, thanks for your time.
Mm-hmm.
PJ, everyone, when they look at the defensive line, they talk about losing Jason Oweh, obviously, and Shaka, two first-team All-Big Ten players.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask you about kind of moving on from Antonio Shelton. He's not at Penn State anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk a little bit about his value to the 2019 and 2020 defensive lines, and kind of maybe how you guys can replace him, and especially you, if you're going to be playing some football on the nose?
Right, absolutely. You know, he was a heck of a player. You know, he was a veteran guy, 2-year starter, man. He, you know, he really was. He was another dominant force up front. You know, playing next to him, I felt like we did some great things. You know, and it's going to be tough to replace. But, you know, here at Penn State, it's next man up mentality, and those guys got to feel that responsibility as well as myself. You know, when you lose a great player, you know, other players have to step up. That's why you get recruited to come to Penn State. That's why you come to Penn State to play in those bigger roles. So, you know, guys are working hard right now, man, and they're going to continue to get better. I think when the season comes around, I think we'll be right where we left off, and I think we'll be able to take off and have a great season.
Daniel Gallen.
Hey PJ, when you got to Penn State a couple of years ago, you were the only McDonough guy. Now, you and Curtis could be starting. Devon could have a role. What's that like to kind of have, guys that you played with and knew from high school now with you at the college level? And what do you think that says about, program?
Yeah, don't forget my man Will Canusa too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So man. I think we got a little pipeline going, man, and I'm happy to say I kind of started that. But I'm proud of them guys, man. Just seeing them mature over the years, and become better football players throughout the course of not only high school but college. It's fun to watch, and they're continuing to get better. I try to lead those guys, and if they ever have a question or need to come to me about anything, I try to be there for them because I know they can trust me because we've not only been together in college, like you said, we've been in high school. So I want them guys know they can lean on me for whatever the situation is. But I really like to sit back and just watch them flourish. So I don't try to really try to be around them all the time, man, because I know they got their own thing going on with their life. But whenever they need me, they know they got me.
Justin Morgenstein.
Hi, PJ. Thanks for doing this today.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask about your brother Sam, actually. And, how did growing up alongside him drive you competitively? And, now that he's in the NFL, what role does he play in your football life?
Right. That's my dog. That's, I do anything for him. I love him with all my heart, man. And just to see him and have the success he's having, man, living out his dream, and where he's come from. He's starting center for the Bears, wasn't drafted. And just to see him continue to work every day when things weren't going his way, he never threw in that white towel, he never quit. He just went harder. So for me, I can't ever throw in that white towel or quit myself because I got somebody who's done it, who's beating the odds, and is having the success he wants to have. So, he's one of my biggest motivations, like probably the biggest, because, when I'm having a bad day or stuff's not going my way, I think to myself, what my brother do? And that's just go harder. So that's what I'm going to do.
Tyler Donahue.
PJ, if I could ask about two different defensive linemen. We've heard a lot of good things about Arnold Ebiketie coming in. What's the early scouting report feedback from your first 14 practices with him at this point? And then Akeem Beeman is someone who John Scott told us could play some defensive end, has some qualities that carry over there. Do you think we'll see Akeem bounce around the defensive line a bit this fall?
So AK, yeah, man. AK, my early assessment on him, man, he quick, he fast off that, but he's gonna get off that rock. And guys have some trouble with that. He points that toe to that quarterback. He's gonna get there whether you want him to or not. So AK's another guy in that defensive line room. He loves to work. We were out there, getting a little extra after the lift yesterday. So he's just really like Derek. Hopping into that playbook, learning everything, asking questions. So he's doing all the right things, and he's gonna continue to get better as time goes on and he learns the defense. And yeah, Beeman, man, he's versatile. That's just the bottom line. He can play D and D tackle, might go out the linebacker. I don't know, but Beeman's doing a great job, man. So I'd love for him to stay beside me, but it's all good. If they want him to bounce around, he can. He's quick, explosive, and does all the great things. So he can do what the coaches want him to do.
T. Frank.
Hey, PJ, do you see yourself, this is a silly question because I know the answer, but do you see yourself as a 3-down player? And how has playing along multiple positions on the interior helped you as a pass rusher now that you're transitioning back into where you kind of started?
Absolutely. I definitely see myself as a 3-down player, but, I got to earn that. Every day you got to go out and earn that. I got to prove to the coaches I can play the run sound, and not sound, but play the run dominantly. And be able to get pressure on the quarterback. I can't just sit here and say, like, I see myself as that. I got to prove that to the coaches. I got to prove that to myself. And that's by going out there and doing it every day. And yeah, definitely, definitely playing both positions throughout my college career has definitely allowed me to be comfortable in all those situations. I got to continue to get better in every aspect of my game. So, when I'm out there, they're comfortable with me being out there every down.
Nate Bauer.
PJ, now that Phil Troutwine has been around the program for a year. What kind of influence have you seen him have on the offensive line room?
Yeah, them guys love him, man. He takes care of them dudes too, man. So Coach Troutwan, he's a great coach. He always has them dudes doing extra work, man. They're always in Haluba. They might be in there now, getting extra work in. So I got a whole bunch of friends. I love them dudes on the offensive line. So I'm always talking to them about, how's Coach doing and how you liking Coach. And they have nothing but great things to say about him. So they're definitely getting better from his coaching. And I think he appreciates all the hard work that them guys do. There's no complaining. There's never been not once with everything they have to do. So I think that relationship on that side is good. They seem happy. So if they're happy, I'm happy, and everybody's happy. So
New bias, Wilborn.
Now that you got some time from last season, have you just really processed how weird everything was, from the stops, the stoppages, no spring ball, having to start really fast, this season going the way it was? How did you guys process, and how are you dealing with that going forward?
Man, that's life. That's life for real. Like, it's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to be a smooth sailing. As much as you want it to, life's going to throw us challenges. And yeah, it was weird, but at the same time, we got another season to get ready for. So we don't spend too much time dwelling on. We might talk about it a little bit, but we in the moment right now. We're getting ready for this 2021 season, doing everything to make sure we're prepared for it.
Mark Brennan.
PJ, you lose Menet and Fries over on the offensive line, and we know a lot about Miranda, but who are some of the young interior O linemen that we haven't seen a lot of that we should keep an eye out for? Thanks.
Yeah, I say Salim Warmley. He's definitely doing a great job. Juice Scruggs, Anthony Wiggin. Those are guys inside that are really working their butt off, and they've made a lot of improvement, a lot of strides from last season and the season before, and so on. So I've been going to work with them guys every day. It's been a great battle. I'm definitely getting better. I know they're getting better as well. So those are the guys that are really just stand out to me. And they're a whole that whole line room, like I mentioned, man, they're workaholics. They don't stop, and they're always asking us questions. We're asking them questions. So across the board, I'm proud of them. But those three guys who I've been going against the most, so that's why I know is definitely getting improvement. But like I said, they're all getting better.
Time for a few more. Tyler Donahue.
BJ, can we keep the focus there on Juice Scruggs, a guy that was in your freshman class and had a big life-altering event? Now it seems like he's pushing to start and potentially be a first-team guard. What level of football is he playing right now on the practice field?
A high level. I've been battling with Juice ever since we step foot on campus. Excuse me. And he's another guy who you got to look at for motivation sometimes, man. Like having that injury and taking so long to bounce back. He never once complained, never once held his head. He just got better, did all the stuff he needed to do in the training room to get back on the field. And now he's back on the field. He's doing his thing. So, he's continued to work hard. And, me and Juice go to work every day, and we have great battles. So, I'm definitely happy for Juice and how far he's come. And I know he's going to continue to keep getting better as well.
Last question, Joe Giuliano.
PJ, we spoke earlier about the departure of Antonio, but what guys have you seen who are primed to take over that starting spot at the other tackle position?
I think all the guys. I don't have one guy in mind who can fill that role. I think right now it's everybody. I think we're all competing for the starting job. There's no starters right now. We're all working. We all have to go out there and earn it. And whoever wants to start is going to start. You got to go out there. You got to prove it to the coaches, and you got to earn that role. And I think that's what we're doing right now. So we're all battling for starting roles right now. And when we step foot on that field in September, I guess you'll see who's starting. So I think everybody right now is definitely wants to take that role over.